Hello everyone, my name is Dr. John Dexter and I am your professor for HRM 6635, which is Employee Relations, Health and Safety. If you've looked through the textbook, you'll notice that there's a heavy influence in this course on labor relations, so should be an interesting course for all of us, even those HR practitioners out there, unless you're in labor relations specifically. Probably something you don't know a ton about. With that, I'd like to just spend 5 minutes with you, sort of run through the syllabus, highlight a couple of points, and then we'll get on with the course. So first of all, I work virtually out of Dallas, Texas, so office hours are pretty not applicable for me, particularly because we have students from all over the world attending this course. So what I'd like for you to do, if you need some time face-to-face with me via Skype or a phone call, send me an email and we'll set something up. It can be in the evenings or mornings, whatever you need, because I realize that if you're in Japan, for example, your hours are a whole lot earlier than ours, so you may have to do it in the evenings, and I'm more than happy to coordinate that. So, but again, let me reiterate, put the course number in your subject line so that I know who you are and what course you're in, because I have more than one class going on at any given time. I want to make sure I can find you. With that, the text is the 11th edition of the Holly, Jennings, and Walters text, the labor relations process. I haven't heard that anybody's had any trouble getting that text, so I assume that everybody's in good shape on that. If you haven't gotten your text, get it quickly because there's assignments due shortly. Also, there are a couple of optional texts there as well that are listed. Not required to read them. There won't be any material tested over that, but it might give you a more rounded view if you're really interested in learning about labor relations. Check it out. It's pretty sound material. There are really three components, grading components to this class. Every week there is a discussion question or two over the reading material. Basically, there's no answer. It's a discussion question, but I expect that everybody responds to the questions and everybody makes a comment on at least one of their peers' comments to the questions. So basically, you need an original from you and then a response to one of your peers every week that there's a discussion question assignment. And make sure you pay attention to the references and citation requirements of that. I do require that you have something other than the text to support your claims and arguments. And as far as your comments to your peers, I expect quite a bit more than just I agree. If you say I agree, tell me why you agree and what support you have for your agreement if you want full credit, because that's that's part of the assignment. And each one of those is worth 5% of your overall grade, so it shouldn't be something that you just mail in. The other two are, of course, the course project, which most people are already aware of. I've got many students already electing topics of the topic list. If you haven't looked at it yet, it's posted in assessments on the left side of Blackboard. It's also an announcement that went out yesterday evening, and there's about 65 topics to choose from. Pick one. I will tell you if it's already been chosen. If it hasn't, you get it, and that will be the topic for your term paper that's due at the end of the course. 3,000 to 4,500 words, 10 references at a minimum, need to be academic sources. If you don't know what an academic source is, try to look at some peer-reviewed journal articles, dissertations, things like that, and check it out. Generally, they're peer-reviewed journals. They are academic conference proceedings, textbooks as opposed to pop business books, things that have been heavily researched and are have a foundation in fact and research as opposed to just opinion. And the third component is a midterm exam. Somewhere in the syllabus it does say there's a proctored final exam. It's actually a midterm exam in week 5. It covers really the first half of the reading. Make sure you're aware of that and you're setting that up. It is proctored. It will be about 40 questions long. You will be eligible to take the test 3 times during a 1 hour, or excuse me, a 2 hour period. You're able to take the test multiple times, but it's not an easy exam. It's going to be multiple choice. No materials allowed, so make sure you study up, but it's only over the first half of the material. Let's see. That pretty much covers it. One other comment for you. I generally do not curve. In fact, I've never curved a class. I think you're graduate students, and there's not a lot of room between an 80 and 100 to get a satisfactory grade. So no curves, and also because I score on a 100-point system, decimal points count. So if it's a 5-point assignment and you do very good work, you might get a 4.7 out of 5, which is a 94%. 4.7 is 4.7. The challenge with that is as you add it up over the course of the semester, those decimal points count. So at the end of the semester, you might end up being a 89.8 and getting a B. Math is the math. I don't round because of the decimals on each assignment. If I rounded, I'd have to say you either get a 4 or a 5. I don't think it's fair that everybody gets either a 80% or 100%. There's a lot of room there, so that's my rationale. But so make sure that give that little effort to try to get yourself over the hump, because it's I know it's pretty frustrating if you're really close to that A and it doesn't come through. So with that, good luck, everybody. Look forward to a great semester. If you have any questions, post them in the questions to the instructor in the discussion board so everybody can benefit from it. With that, I'm over my 5 minutes, so good luck, and I look forward to the semester.